I'm Philip Smith from Oshawa, Ontario.
My name is Susan Smith, and my husband is Philip Smith.
We came to Envita because for cancer and for Lyme. We weren't satisfied with what we heard when we were in Ontario. In January of 2015, we were actually going to a retreat, and I started to experience some pain in my abdomen. They thought that I possibly had pancreatic cancer, and after little research, they figured it wasn't pancreatic cancer, but it was actually Non-Hodgkin's Follicular Lymphoma, which is located in my abdomen around the aorta and around the head of the pancreas. In January, I started to experience pain again.
You know, he went through 6 months of chemo, and within a couple months after, it was back. And now their next option was, well, we'll give you stronger chemo. When we found out the cancer came back resistant, that was kind of a clue to us that, okay, the chemo had probably caused that. And so their solution was more chemo. And they actually said to us several times, you realize this is incurable, first of all. So that kind of takes your hope away. And second of all, they said, even if you do this chemo, it might give you 3 to 15 months, might.
So we left the office that day, we both looked at each other and we just kind of smiled and said, well, not satisfied here, there's got to be something else. And my wife had went online and was looking for cancer treatment center here in Arizona.
I started to look into it, and we were praying and asking the Lord for direction the whole time, and got on the computer and just typed in alternative treatments Arizona, and Envita popped up. I read all the things they had online, and I watched the videos, and something about it just really resonated with my soul. I thought, you know, this sounds like something that we could do, something that would sit right with us and made sense. So we decided we'd still hear all the oncologists out there and everything they had to offer, but when it was over, we both just looked at each other and said, you know, none of this is for us, we're not doing this. So we decided to go ahead the Envita direction. We were still a little worried about the cost of everything. We are in missions work and we don't make a lot of money, but we strongly felt the Lord was leading us, and He, like my husband said, opened every door.
When I started at Envita with the cancer treatments, I was a lot of abdominal pain, and then when we were in the hospital, they asked me to go off my pain meds, and I had been in severe pain up to this point, and I was very hesitant. Dr. Warren had suggested when I started to drop off, go back to 1 pill a day, and I was very hesitant because it was like, you don't understand. I was in severe pain, and I agreed, and I was amazed because I didn't need that pain medicine. And then within a week, they took the other pain med away. A pain pill away, and it was like, wait a minute here, now you don't understand what I've been going through for the past 8 months, and lo and behold, I didn't need that pain pill either. And so it was such a relief to me to be able to be pain-free, really, at that point. The shrinkage of my tumors is a combination between radiation and, I believe, the Envita treatments. And we met with the radiologist 2 weeks ago, and he was just totally amazed that the tumors had shrunk so much within the time period that we've been here.
The difference in him from when we first got here and now is total opposite in that area. He literally was in survival mode day by day. I mean, we didn't know for sure he was even going to make it. He was very, very sick. Now I look at him and I can't believe it's the same person. And actually, when we went back to see the gastroenterologist who did the surgery on him for a checkup after he got out the last time out of the hospital, he said to him, I almost didn't recognize you because you're a different person.
Met with Dr. Warren last week, and basically the same thing. They figured that it's over 75% eradicated, which when I originally started with my oncologist back in Canada, I was told that I'll have it forever.
We had the second PET scan done. We went to the radiologist and he sat us down and he said, so here's your second PET scan. And we said, well, we were really hoping you could show us both of them in contrast. And so he did. The difference was amazing. On his first PET scan, when they got down to where the area was where the cancer was, it just like a light bulb went on. It was so bright, and obviously the cancer was so much cancer there. And this last PET scan, it was almost completely dark, like you really couldn't even see any light. And he was amazed himself. He said it was better than even he had expected.
I'm really excited about from this point forward what's the possibilities, because once you hear the word cancer, Once you hear the word cancer, it kind of throws you for a loop, because what you thought you were going to be able to achieve in life changes everything.
With our first round of treatment, that was not ever going to be an option. With this round of treatment, we feel like it's an option. We have hope that we can go back and do that, and that's our heart's desire, to go back and do what we were doing, because we were doing something important that counts for eternity, and that's what our heart's desire is. We're also excited to get home and see the kids and the grandkids. We've missed them terribly, and they're excited. They were all behind us and thrilled to have us here, and they're excited for us to get home and start a new life.
Envita gave me actually a new perspective of possibility that I really didn't think was possible up to this point. Honestly, I believe God can do miracles, and I think it's a combination of what the Lord has done and what Envita has done in my life that has allowed me to be at this point today.